About as well as you've played as a team and personally as well today?
Yeah, absolutely. We were very happy with that effort. It was a little tough to see that we couldn't get the shutout there with 4.5 seconds left for Kieran because he's played so well for us all year. We've had a couple of situations like that. He's deserved them, but as a whole, I think that was up there as one of our top games. Maybe even our best. We played very thoroughly, both offensively and defensively. So we just need to take that and carry it into next week and then in the playoffs.
Can you describe that really nice pass you had to set up the second goal?
Yeah, I kind of went D-to-D to Noonan, and then it looked like the other team was making a change, and he came back and kind of just licked up ice, and the only person I saw was him, and he was all alone, so just tried to get it within an area where he can handle it. He's a pretty good player, so he picked up on his backhand and went in all alone.
Chris, you missed that open end in the first, but were able to make up for it at the goal.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of a monkey off my back, I guess. Been a little snake bit as of late, so after that open net there, it's hard not to get frustrated. You wonder if anything's ever going to go in ever again. So, no, it was good. It was good to finally see one hit the net, and it's like I said, got the monkey off my back, and hopefully just relax and keep playing. So.
Adam, I think you're on a 5-game point streak now. Has anything felt different, or is it just everything clicking now?
I think it's everything clicking. Just feeling comfortable with all the guys and special team situation, power play. We practice with the same guys all the time, so it's getting comfortable there. And just it's a lot easier when you play 28 games with the same guys than the first 10. Just you're brand new to the team, brand new to the school. So I think it's more being comfortable than anything there, and just knowing where guys are and knowing what each other does instinctively. So just been easier as the games went on.
Chris, you played on teams that have rolled into the tournament and rolled through Hockey East and into the tournament. You've been on teams that have kind of stalled out in the Hockey East playoffs. I just wonder where you think this team is right now, even 2 weeks away from starting playoffs.
Well, as far as effort, this team has got, I think, everything it needs to go as far as we'd like in playoffs. We have some breakdowns once in a while that we want to take care of in the third. The other night we had a collapse, and tonight we showed that we were able to rebound from that and do well and play thoroughly. So if we can just do that, this team works very hard and very passionate about being out there, and all the guys really love being out there. And I think we can, like I said, harness whatever we did right today and focus on that. I think we'll have a chance to do real well.
Chris, can you just talk about how your line's been coming together with Charlie on the wing now, so you're coming back up to center?
Yeah, Charlie, we moved him out there. We wanted to get a little different look. He's such a strong kid, so it's hard not to put him at center. He's so good down low. But if you ask him, I think he says he'd rather play wing, and Sahir is kind of a true center. So it took a little bit to gel. We hadn't played together all year. Chuck and I had played a few games together, but not all three of us had played as a line. So tonight was a good game for us to kind of develop some chemistry. It'd been about, I think, 3 games, either third or fourth, I'm not sure, but and starting to understand what each other do and play off each other pretty well. So I would see why it would continue, hopefully.
Chris, you got the goal tonight, got the monkey off your back, but the team late seems like struggling finishing on some great chances. Is that a mental thing? Is it a way to practice on finishing better? And how does that go about?
You just gotta, make sure that when you're practicing, you bear down and practice, because seeing that puck go in the net, even if it's something after a drill, getting rebounds after a drill, or not quitting on the plays, it's confidence, and you see that puck going in the net, it's going to carry over. You're gonna have confidence in the game. So there's definitely ways to practice that. Just bearing down in practice, like I said, and making the most of your opportunities there. But it's also good that we're having opportunities, because those chances will go in. You'd be a little more worried when you don't have the opportunities. So it's good to see that guys are getting those chances.
Adam, you guys gave up 41 shots last night and quite a few grade A chances. Obviously, did a much better job tonight. Can you just talk about kind of what you guys changed?
I don't think we really changed anything defensively. I think it was more just being thorough. good decisions inside our blue line, 10 feet inside ours and 10 feet outside theirs. So just taking care of the puck management and just being hard in hard areas. Can't pull up if you're a back checker coming in late. Your third guy's going to come in, especially D in front of the net, box out and block shots. So I think it was just playing harder and more thoroughly tonight than we did last night.
And Chris, you kind of talked about, you know, it took a while for you guys to gel on that first line. What was the biggest obstacle you guys had to overcome? Was it just inexperience with one another, or what?
No, I think it's like anything. It's hard for guys to hit it off right away. You know, guys are used to doing kind of their own thing. Everybody's their own guy, and everybody brings something to the line. And so, you know, Chuck's a big, strong kid with a lot of talent. Sigur's a great playmaker, and I just, you know, provide some energy for the line and you know, get after the D a little bit. And you know, it takes a little bit, and with practice and a few games, you know, I think we're starting to understand each other a little bit. And if it stays the way it is, then I think it'll.
Anything else?
Keep working.
Nope.
Well,
He wants to. All right. Thanks.